Here comes the magic school bus. That means that Ms. Frizzle is about to take us on a class trip. Thanks to Joanna Cole, who wrote about us in her book, The Magic School Bus at the Waterworks, and Bruce Deegan, who drew the pictures. If you want to come along, climb on board. Bring your books. Not all of the words in the book are on this tape, but you can still follow along. Just turn the page when you hear this sound. Our class really has bad luck. This year we got Miss Frizzle, the strangest teacher in school. We don't mind Miss Frizzle's strange dresses or her strange shoes. It's the way she acts that really gets us. Miss Frizzle makes us grow green mold on old pieces of bread.
Listen, Arnold, it's learning to talk.
Does that mean we'll get an A?
She makes us build clay models of garbage dumps, draw diagrams of plants and animals, and read 5 science books a week.
Down, Liz!
The lizard is our class pet. Other classes go on trips to the zoo or even the circus. Guess where we went on our class trip? To the Waterworks.
Remember, trip to the Waterworks tomorrow.
Boring. Typical.
And to get ready for the trip, Ms. Frizzle made us spend a whole month in the library. We had to find out exactly how our city gets its water, down to the last drop. We also had to collect 10 interesting facts about water.
I don't think there are 10 interesting facts about water. Maybe 4.5.
Wanda, what have you learned about water?
Water fact number 1 by Wanda. About 2/3 of your body is made up of water.
Water fact number 2 by Tim. Water is the only substance that is found in the form of a liquid, a solid, and a gas in nature. The liquid is water, the solid is ice, and the gas is water vapor.
In the parking lot, the old school bus was waiting. To our surprise, there was no bus driver. Instead, the Frizz herself was behind the wheel.
Oh no, not the octopus dress. Let's pretend we don't know her.
At the end of the block, the bus went into a dark tunnel. When we came out, something amazing had happened. The bus looked a lot different. We looked different, too. Everyone was wearing a scuba diving outfit, even Miss Frizzle.
I want my mommy.
Miss Frizzle was the only one who didn't seem to notice the change. She just drove on. In the middle of a bridge, the bus started to rise into the air.
We're going up! Water fact number 3 by Shirley. There is water in the air you are breathing. You can't see it because it's in the form of an invisible gas called water vapor. When water evaporates, it changes from a liquid to a gas and rises into the air.
I didn't know that.
As you know, class, water is always evaporating from lakes, rivers, streams, and oceans. Arnold, are you paying attention?
I knew I should have stayed home today.
The bus went right up into a cloud.
I want my mommy.
You said that already.
Then Miss Frizzle did the weirdest thing ever. She told everybody to get out of the bus. The kids didn't want to go, but Frizzy threatened to give extra homework if we didn't.
I'll take the homework.
Some kids stuck their heads out of the cloud and looked down. There were mountains down there, and the cloud was going higher every minute.
Water fact number 4 by Flory. Clouds are water. The higher up you go, the colder the air is. When water vapor rises, the cold air makes the vapor form droplets, which hang in the air as a mist. This is a cloud.
It was getting colder, too. All around us, drops of water began to form. And as the drops got bigger, we got smaller.
Help! We're shrinking!
I was already small for my age.
Before long, each kid was the size of a raindrop. In fact, each kid was in a raindrop. The drops began to fall. Miss Frizzle's class was raining.
Stay together, children.
It's a good thing I brought my umbrella.
We fell into a clear mountain stream and began flowing down the mountainside.
Ah, a relaxing day on the water.
Watch out for rocks, children.
Water fact number 5 by Phil. There is exactly the same amount of water on Earth now as there was millions of years ago. The water keeps going around and around. It evaporates from lakes, rivers, and oceans and forms clouds in the sky. Then it returns to Earth again as rain or snow. This process is called the water cycle.
In no time, we reached the reservoir that holds water for our city. We were going into the water purification system. This class trip was not so boring after all.
This is great! What's that?
What's that? We have reached the reservoir, children. Follow me to the water purification system. Are you listening, Arnold?
Not really.
Some water words by Dorothy Ann. A reservoir is a place where water is stored. When you purify water, you clean it.
In our city, a fence keeps people and animals from dirtying the reservoir. Evergreen trees keep dust and leaves from blowing into the reservoir. An inspector makes sure no sewage seeps in from nearby houses. Another inspector makes sure no toxic wastes are dumped nearby. The water in the reservoir was pretty dirty. We were covered with dirt and mud.
Follow me to the mixing basin,
shouted Miss Frizzle. In the mixing basin, a clumping substance called alum was added to the water. The alum formed globs, and all the dirt and mud stuck to the globs.
Yuck! Watch out for the globs!
On to the settling basin,
ordered the Frizz. There the globs sank to the bottom and the clean water flowed off the top.
It's all clear now.
Everyone swim up.
Water fact number 6 by Ralph. Less than 1% of all the water on Earth is fresh water that we can drink. The rest is salty water in the oceans or frozen water in glaciers or ice caps.
Now we were on our way to the filter. Please turn the tape over to the other side. This was the sand and gravel filter that takes out any impurities still in the water. We were impurities. We couldn't get through.
We can't get through. We'll be stuck in the Waterworks forever.
Ouch. Class, these layers of sand and gravel strain out the tiniest bits of dirt left in the water, even most of the disease germs.
Still another water word by Dorothy Ann. Impurities are dirt, dust, and disease germs. Anything that should not be in a glass of water. I would hate to find you in a glass of water, Alex.
Ditto to you, Dorothy Ann.
Luckily, Miss Frizzle showed us a special way around the filter. When the water came out of the filter, it was sparkling clear.
Water fact number 7 by Molly. Clear water is not always clean water. It may still contain disease germs that can make you sick.
In the pipe from the filter to a storage tank, a chemical called chlorine was added to the water. Chlorine kills any remaining disease germs. A trace of fluoride was also added to keep kids from getting so many cavities. The water had come all the way through the purification system. We thought our class trip was over, but Frizzy had other ideas.
Everybody into the storage tank,
She shouted. Before we knew what was happening, we were whooshed out of the tank and into a pipe that carries water to our city.
Water fact number 8 by Amanda Jane. The first pipes in North America were made of hollowed-out logs. Today, pipes are made of concrete, metal, even plastic.
Where's the bus?
follow me, class.
Then we went into water mains, the pipes that run under the city streets.
The force of water as it moves through the pipes is called water pressure. Go with the flow, kids.
A smaller pipe carried us to a building. We went up into the pipes and the walls.
Water fact number 9 by Arnold. Water pressure is usually so strong you can't keep water from coming out of an open faucet with your finger, no matter how hard you press.
When a 7th grader turned on a faucet in the girls' bathroom, we came splashing out. Eek! The building was our school. We were back. We were our regular size again. We were dressed in normal clothes again. Except for Miss Frizzle, of course.
Line up, class. And don't forget to read the sign. Save water. 1. Turn off faucets when not using. 2. Put a water-saving device on shower head. 3. Put a brick in toilet tank to flush less water. 4. Fix leaks right away.
Water fact number 10 by John. The average city in the United States loses about 1/5 of all its water through leaks.
Back in the classroom, Miss Frizzle acted as if nothing strange had happened. She started feeding the class lizard.
Down, girl.
And she put us to work right away. We had to make a chart showing how water gets to the homes and buildings in our city. When Arnold drew a picture of a kid inside a raindrop, Miss Frizzle said,
Where do you get these crazy ideas, Arnold?
Here is how our water chart turned out.
1. Water evaporates from lakes, rivers, and oceans.
2. Clouds of water vapor form in sky.
3. Rain falls to earth. Some falls into streams.
4. Some streams run into cities' reservoir.
5. In mixing basin, dirt and mud stick to alum clumps.
6. In the settling basin, clumps of alum and dirt sink to bottom.
7. Sand and gravel filter takes out last impurities.
8. In pipe, the storage tank, fluoride is added for strong teeth. Chlorine is added to kill every last disease germ. 9. Pure water is held in a storage tank.
10. Water mains carry water under city streets. 11. To our homes and buildings.
Later that day, we saw the old bus in the school parking lot. How did it get there? Did we only imagine going through the water supply system? Would we ever find out what really happened?
The last time I saw that bus, it was in a cloud, I think.
Ms. Frizzle says we'll be studying volcanoes next. This makes us all feel a little nervous. After all, with a teacher like Miss Frizzle, anything can happen.
There aren't any volcanoes around here, are there?
And now, for serious students, we have a special treat. The author, Joanna Cole, has sent us some notes she wanted me to read to you. This is what she writes. The following notes are for serious students who do not like any kidding around when it comes to science facts. If you read these pages, you will be able to tell which facts in this book are true and which were put in by the author as jokes. This will also help you decide when to laugh while reading this book. On page 8, the green mold that grows on old bread is actually made up of tiny one-celled plants. It cannot talk or make any sound whatever. On page 9, plants do not have hands, nor do they wear sunglasses, and the soil does not contain burgers, fries, or shakes. On page 13, going through a dark tunnel will not cause you to wear a scuba diving outfit. On pages 14 and 15, the force of gravity keeps a school bus firmly on the ground. It cannot rise into the air and enter a cloud, no matter how much you want to miss school that day. On pages 16 through 31, children cannot shrink and enter raindrops, fall into streams, or pass through the water purification system. And boys and girls cannot come out of the faucet in the girls' bathroom. Anyone knows boys are not allowed in there. On pages 34 and 35, your town or city may not get its water from a mountain reservoir, and the purification process may be slightly different from the one in this book. Many towns get water from rivers, lakes, or wells. Do you know where your water comes from and how it is purified? On page 36, once a bus is left behind in a cloud, it cannot suddenly appear in the school parking lot all by itself. Obviously, someone has to go back to the cloud and drive it home.